Hi, Ron Broussard here. Thanks for taking the time out at this time of the year where we're reflecting, and then more importantly, we're setting our standards or setting our goals and stuff for the next year. So I wrote down some things that I wanted to share with you that I do in order to plan for my next year, in order for me to have a better year. And so if you have a pen or paper, write these things down. This will be available on audio on my website at stretchyourself.org, so you can download the audio. It's for free, and this is for you to help you stretch yourself and create a better relationship so that you can achieve all the goals that you want to for the new year. So let's go over step one. So the first thing that I usually do is I celebrate all the great things that's happened in my life, all the good things that's happened, and appreciate. Usually we spend our time thinking about all the things that went wrong and how they could have went better and what we could have improved upon them, when we don't take the time out to celebrate those little things that's happened that we've achieved in our life. A perfect example that I can give you is last year I probably applied for over 200 speaking opportunities all across the U.S. and I was fortunate enough to be able to touch and impact people's lives with over 30. So that way, I looked at it as, hell, man, I put in 200 and I got 30. That's great. Now, I look at the ways on how I can improve those things. So celebrate those experiences that you've had, the good experiences that you've had. And remember that what you appreciate definitely appreciates in your life. So appreciate the opportunities that you were given. That's the first thing. The second thing is education. What did you learn last year? To go back over that, in them speaking gigs that I was applying for, I was looking at ways on how I can improve on that. So this education side of it is looking over all the things that you've done and what worked, definitely keep it and improve upon it. What can I improve upon it to make it even better? What didn't work? Throw it away. What was the experience that was learned from that lesson? Because I don't believe in good and bad experiences. I believe that we all have experiences that allow us to grow and ascend to the next level. And I'll explain. If you have a good experience, you're on track with what you're doing. You're aligned with purpose. If you have a bad experience, you're not aligned with purpose. It brings you that experience that's needed so you can be aligned with purpose. And either which way, you are going in that purpose that you're supposed to be in life. So look at your bad experiences. What did you learn? More importantly, what do you want to learn for the new year? What do you want to read for the new year? What type of seminars do you want to attend for the new year? What kind of training do you want to go to for the new year to improve not only yourself, but your business as well? So you look at those things and see what you had learned, what you have grown, and more importantly, what can you do starting January 1st? That's the most important thing. And for me, I went out Barnes & Nobles and I purchased some books that would help me grow and be an impact. Because I look at everything as this. I look at it with that one question is, how can I be more of an impact? And in order for me to be more of an impact, I have to be more successful. And in order for me to be more successful, I have to do the research, I have to get the knowledge and gain the insight and the training and whatever I'm lacking in order for me to improve upon it for that next year. The third thing is just really specifically seeing those goals that you have written down and bring them some clarity. And what I mean by clarity is, what are the next steps that we need to do in order to accomplish those goals or that vision that you set out on your vision board, or those goals if you've written them down? What are you trying to achieve? So what are the big three that I would say? And I don't want to leave it to the big three. I like to go with as many as I want, but I wanted to cover those aspects in my life that I want to do. My business, my career, my personal relationships with my family and friends, and then my own relationship with myself. So if you look at those areas, where do you want to improve in? And more importantly, how can you achieve them and how can you go about them? Now, I always say, how can I go about them? Because uncertainty brings fear. And the way that you can keep from being uncertain is to provide more clarity. So what is the first step that you need to take to gain that insight so you can have that confidence to achieve those goals. Because that clarity is going to bring clearness to those goals that you want to achieve. And the more clear you are, the more confident you are to approach those dreams or those goals that you want to accomplish for the new year. And then from there, take those goals and we're going to graduate them. We're going to gradually take them and put them in a process of what are we going to do for January? What are we going to do for February? If I reach this goal here, what am I going to do next? What are those things that you're going to do in those months to come? And in those months, I like to bring a little twist to a thing. What I like to do is put themes on the month. If it's something that I want to learn, so January may be an educate month. February may be a thankfulness month. March may be a gratitude month. Find some themes that will keep you consistent in those goals that you want to achieve for the new year. That way it'll keep you on track with what you need to do to accomplish them. And make sure that you have a plan. Have that plan with clarity. Have somebody map it out. And one of the things that I would suggest to you is, and this is what I do, usually in the evening time, if I'm sitting back with a book and I'm reading a book or something like that, it's usually aligned with something that I want to do. Then I take and I look at what I have to do for the next day. And I reflect on those things. And as I reflect on them, then I go to sleep. Because what I want to do is I want to throw my conscious, get my conscious out of the way. I want to let my subconscious work some things. And then in the morning time when I wake up, the same practices I tell you, I pray, I meditate, then I go work out. And I will get some insight and some intuition on those problems or those things that I set up to be worked on throughout the night. And so what I say for you to do is get yourself into a habit or a ritual of something that you like to do, that you like to enjoy. But most importantly, please review those goals at the end of the day. Review them first thing when you get up in the morning in your prayers and your meditation and whatever you do. But get into the habit of doing that consistently and making sure that you're doing that. And as you're consistently doing that, you're building those beliefs that you want to have because you're setting those goals, you're setting those plans, and you're putting those plans into action based on what you've set for yourself. And lastly, which is the most important thing that I could share with you, I think it's one of the greatest things that God has given us as gifts, and we use them in the wrong way, and that is visualization. Visualization is very important. I know you've heard basketball players and football players talk about how they visualize how they're going through things. When I'm going up to prepare for a speech, I visualize myself being in front of a large audience, speaking with them, and I go through the same rituals. So get into the habit of visualizing your goals, how you would feel when you achieve them. Remember I said God gave us the greatest gift that we could ever have, and that is the gifts of emotion. So those emotions, how would you feel when you achieve those things? What will you be feeling? How would you feel when you achieve them? I give you a great story. When I was in the military, and this is when I started learning about my emotions and the power of our emotions, the way we can use our emotions to fuel our desires and passions that we want to achieve in life. And when I was in the military, I was over and stationed in Japan, and the higher powers that be said that I needed to experience the real army. And I was like, wow, the real army. First thing is, I was like, man, I'm dressed in BDUs. I got my LCE on. I got my rucksack. I got my helmet on, everything. And I have an M16A2. So this is not the real army. And they was like, no, you need to experience the real army. You need to go out in the field. And my experience, I felt, was not their experience. So I was set on proving them wrong, and that I needed to stay there. And so I applied to stay there, and I got turned down many times, 6 to be exact. My request went all the way up to the Department of the Army. IG inspector came out for the Army, and in the end I ended up staying there. And more importantly, that 3-star general came over and said, if anybody was to bother me, here's my information for you to share to get in contact with me. Now, I tell you this story to tell you 2 things. Number 1, first of all, I believed in myself and what I wanted to do. That was the first thing. The second thing is I hit a lot of speed bumps, right? I put in my request, my 4187. It got turned down by the first sergeant. It got turned down by my company sergeant. It got turned down by the sergeant major. It got turned down by my commander. It got turned down by the battalion commander. But the one thing that is most important that I want to share with you is that I never gave up. I stayed consistent in what I need to do. Those failures hurt now, but it made me more determined than ever. And what I learned from that major experience was this, is that I was using my emotions in the wrong way. I was using my emotions in the way that I was proving to other people, and I didn't need to prove to anyone but myself. That's what I learned. And to bring it back to visualization, visualization is a great aspect of using your emotions to fuel those dreams, to fuel those desires, to fuel those goals that you want to achieve in life, and to put them into your plan. Put that energy into your goals, put that energy into your dreams so that you can achieve them. And then never give up. Never give up. If you do these things consistently, and you do these things with the desired focus, and you take those little action steps, those little action steps will make you achieve whatever you want to do in life. Another example I can give you is I work out. It's kind of obvious a little bit. So when I go to the gym in the morning time, it's a whole little visualization practice for me. I visualize me working out whatever part of my body that I decide to work out, whether it be my arms or whether it be my shoulders, my chest, or my legs. I visualize myself going through those motions and going through those exercises and those routines so that I will be able to come out and give my best effort. And then from there, we just do it. Just do it. If you don't believe in yourself, I don't know what else I can tell you. But these are the keys that I know that not only myself has used, but many successful people has used throughout history and in life, living even to this day. And they are principles and practices that help everyone design themselves a better year than the year before. So again, to recap, the first thing that you'll want to do is just 5 steps. You want to celebrate those successes. Really get in the motion of celebrating your successes. I do that with every person that I get a chance to meet, or every opportunity that I get a chance to have some things. I go out and I celebrate in my own different way, and you definitely wouldn't want to see that on the video, but it's crazy, you know. Second thing is education, because I'm always seeking to understand. I'm always seeking knowledge, not only for myself, but for me to assimilate that knowledge, synthesize it, and give it to other people that need it and help. So what did you learn? Celebrate your successes. That's the first thing. And then what did you learn? The education. What worked for you? Great. Let's keep this. What didn't work? Don't try to work it out. Push it to the side. And then what can you learn in this coming year that will help you improve in your relationships and business and in life? And then the third thing is to do is just take it and put some clarity to what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do? I was talking to somebody today and they were saying, I want to make money. And I said, that's really broad because everyone wants to make money. That's the fact. That's a known fact. But how do you want to make money? Do you want to work for someone? Do you want to work for yourself? If you're working for yourself, what do you want to do? Make sure it's doing something that's aligned with your passion and purpose, and you enjoy doing it. Because when you enjoy doing something, it makes the money come easy. And then, how will you be doing this, whatever that goal may be? When you bring clarity, because when we talked about this, she was not clear. You have uncertainty. Uncertainty brings fear. Fear brings the overwhelms of what ifs, and then you don't do anything. So find that clarity, even if you have to work it out with yourself. Over these next 3 or 4 days, I'm going to be working it out with myself, for the things that I want to do and the goals that I want to achieve. Not for me, but for me to make an impact to help others in their life. The next thing is to gradually take those goals and put them in a plan of action that you want to do each month of the year. If you want to do it for every month, that's great. If you want to do it for every quarter, that's great. But make sure you make a plan and stay consistent with the plan with your actions. And don't worry about the failures. Don't worry about the failures. Move past the failures. Learn from the experience. Don't start over. Tweak it, adjust it, but keep moving forward. And then the last great thing is visualization. Visualizing is a very important aspect in my life with everything that I do and accomplish. When I start out in the morning time, when I get up in the morning, when I go through my things and I visualize my day and how my day is going to be, it really sets the precedence for me to move forward with the things that I want to accomplish. And I invite you to do the same. So if you're watching this video, I know you want to take those time, and I know you want to take those actions in order for you to have the best year ever. And I want you to do that. And if you have the time, go to my website at stretchyourself.org, download the audio if you wish. If you wish to download the PDF, I think I'll make a PDF copy of these steps and put them out there for you to download as well. And then just plan. If you're making a vision board, make a vision board. Anything to bring that as real as possible to your mind, your subconscious mind. Because whatever you think about, you can bring about. I want to thank you for watching this. I hope you're taking time out during this holiday season to enjoy yourself with your family and friends. But more importantly, celebrate those successes you've had in your business, you've had in your life, and plan and prepare to have an even better year for the next year. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.